Hi, how you doing? This is the Gamertron and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. And welcome to a special Patreon patron requested video. I am a man of my word. I said if you become a patron on my Patreon, I will make your requested videos. And today's video requested by a patron of Patreon is my top 5 weapon types from The Division. The Division is a massive game, especially in terms of its options, those options including weaponry. There are a lot of guns, and I mean a lot of guns in The Division, a lot of different types. And while personally I can't pick from one individual weapon to another because each weapon has their own unique stats, I can however pick from weapon types and my preferred and most fun, and sometimes most effective weapon types that I play with in The Division. So let's get started. These are my top 5 weapon types from The Division. Number 5, shotguns. Now usually in other first-person and third-person shooters, the shotguns are usually one of my most preferred weapon types. Not the case in The Division. While the shotguns in The Division certainly do feel good, they certainly have weight and impact and fantastic sounds and animation. But in my personal opinion, most situations in The Division, most combat scenarios require you to be at a distance. Getting up close and personal with a lot of enemies in The Division, especially the cleaners, or the shotgunners in either the Rikers or LMB factions, they're gonna tear you apart at close range. Unless you just so happen to have a god roll shotgun that does amazing DPS, maybe some health regain on kill. I personally find that shotguns are not always going to be the most effective, at least in The Division, for the majority of its combat scenarios, but that's not to say that shotguns can't be effective and aren't fun as hell to play around with. Weapons like the double barrel shotgun and the sawed-off double barrel shotgun especially are a lot of fun and can be lifesavers in certain situations when you're running low on ammo with your more longer range weapons or automatic weapons, and the enemies are starting to flank you or rush you, or maybe you're flanking and rushing them. Then pull out a mean as hell shotgun and tear them apart, maybe bring down their armor or go for that finishing blow. So while shotguns in The Division certainly are satisfying and shotguns are some of my favorite weapon types in most shooters, I find the shotguns in The Division just not as effective or as fun as the other 4 weapon types in this countdown. Number 4, marksman rifles, or aka sniper rifles. I'll be damned, I'm not much of a sniper when it comes to shooters. I certainly like a good sniper rifle and I enjoy using a sniper rifle, but it's not my preferred weapon type most of the time. But holy damn, sniper rifles, or marksman rifles as they're called in this case, are extremely effective in The Division, doing insane amounts of damage and critical hits with those headshots. A marksman rifle is also a great weapon to bring and combine with certain special abilities, like Scan Pulse or Smart Cover to give you a massive damage boost and bonus critical chance in damage. It can also work well with abilities such as turrets and Seeker Mines, with turrets being able to keep enemies in place or move them out of cover. Same thing with the Seeker Mines, to help you line up that perfect shot. And also, since all weapons are customizable with mods in The Division, you can really mess around with your marksman rifle and really customize it to feel unique and different. Do you want a scope that really zooms in? Or one that's a short distance and gives you a field of view of the battlefield? Do you want it silenced, so perhaps you can be a bit more stealthy and take the enemy by surprise? Do you want it an extended magazine or higher fire rate so it almost becomes an automatic sniper rifle? Marksman rifles are surprisingly very effective weapons in The Division. Number 3, light machine guns, LMGs. Anyone who has played The Division can tell you that the LMGs in The Division are so badass and just feel fantastic, especially when it comes to the animation and sound. Oh my god, the sounds of the LMGs. When you're firing one of the many LMGs in The Division, it has such power power and thunder and weight behind it, such force. It sounds and feels like an instrument of utter destruction. The reloading animations look gorgeous, fantastic, and the sounds when you're reloading an LMG in The Division, all the clicks and clacks, music to a gun nut's ears. An LMG is also the weapon you want to bring if you want to engage as many enemies as possible at once, and above all, provide immediate and effective suppressing fire. If you want to keep enemies behind cover, keep them suppressed to give your teammates a chance to flank them and outmaneuver them or outgun them, or give yourself a chance to breathe and recuperate and look at your options, an LMG can be a lifesaver of a weapon in a case like that. Really, the only thing keeping LMGs from a higher spot in this countdown is probably just my bad luck with The Division, because I can't find for the life of me an LMG that provides significant DPS when compared to the next two weapon types I'm about to list off. Number 2, assault rifles. I mean, come on, who doesn't like a good assault rifle? And damn, I gotta admit, The Division has an impressive array and variety of different assault rifles. From AK-47s to AUGs, to M4s, to SCARs, and many, many more. Honestly, what makes assault rifles such a great weapon type in The Division is that there's so many different weapon types within this weapon type. There's so many different assault rifles to pick from. If you prefer an assault rifle with higher damage, you go for an M4 or an AK-47. Do you want higher fire rate? Then go for an AUG. And the variations go on and on and on. And like all the other weapons in The Division, they look great, they sound great, and they feel great. And there's just so many different types of assault rifles to choose from. It's bloody crazy. And with The Division's mod system, highly customizable, making the assault rifles in The Division just bloody awesome. A must-have and must-try out weapon type in this game. And my number 1 weapon type in The Division is submachine guns, SMGs. This weapon type, these guns, in The Division are just downright godly. SMGs in The Division just have insane DPS, insane fire rate, at times insane magazine sizes, especially if you mod them properly. And for being SMGs, they have insane accuracy to boot. The one perhaps downside you could give SMGs is because their fire rate is so high that you have to reload the weapons consistently, but the reloads are so fast that it's almost barely noticeable and you're right back to shooting at the enemies. And I personally love reloading weapons in video games, so that's no downfall for me. SMGs in The Division are just fucking amazing. They're incredible. You can just mow down hordes upon hordes of bad guys with absolute ease with an SMG that has just the right stats and just the right mod build. And it's crazy how effective SMGs are in this game at close range, at long range. Usually with an SMG, the downside to an SMG would be that it does lower damage but has a higher fire rate and is good at close quarters. SMGs in The Division? Like I said earlier, almost godly weapons, with near to none in terms of negatives or downfalls. So yeah, SMGs are my number 1 weapon type in The Division. Thank you so much to my patron on Patreon for requesting this video. And if you want to request your own videos, then consider pledging and becoming a patron on my Patreon. However, for this video, it's coming to a close, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video in any way, shape, or form, please hit the like button. Hitting the like button helps you, helps me, helps everybody involved with the video. If you hit the like button, please leave a comment. What are your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on the topic of this video? I love reading comments. Get nearly enough comments, please leave a comment. And if you want to help out the channel and help out this video, then please share the video on social media, Twitter, and Facebook. Anyways, guys, that's been a video, and I will see you all later.